Everyone on this island will eventually shuffle off this mortal coil. That is something we do know about Singapore. And if you opt for burial, this, the cemetery at Choa Chu Kang, is the only place that will take your body. And what we may not know is that these plots, thousands of them, are not permanent. Yes, they're just rentals, and short-term rentals at that. Since 1998, graves in Singapore may only be leased for 15 years. After that, you're out. Whatever your ultimate destination, you'll probably need a coffin to get there in. Anjali May is a funeral director with a wide selection on offer.
This is what we call the casket, where you see that it's four-sided.
Okay.
And then if we move over there, you could see what we predominantly see is a six-sided coffin. So the six-sided are always known as a coffin, and then the four-sided as a casket.
But I noticed this one has many more sides. What's going on here?
Yes, this is what we call a poika, eight-sided.
Eight-sided,
And,
okay.
as you know, Chinese, we like the number 8. So you can see that there's all motifs on all 8 sides.
Yes, yes.
Even at the top as well.
I see.
And this is very popular with the Chinese community.
Before the burial comes the wake. But you can't just leave a body out in Singapore's tropical climate.
You know, when we transfer the body into our care, I think the first thing we need to do is to do embalming.
Okay.
And what we mean by embalming is the preservation of the body.
Right. Is it true that more than 3/4 of Singaporeans prefer cremation over burial?
Yeah, I think it's true because based on the families that we serve and majority are Chinese, over 90% would choose cremation over burial.
But I know that most traditions, right, prefer burials in the past. So how come the trend has shifted to cremation?
Well, because the land that you're given is not going to be a freehold land. It's only 15 years. So that means when the 15 years is up, you will have to exhume the grave and then send for cremation. So frankly, who wants to do it twice?
Makes sense. Singapore, with its increasing population and lack of space, has had to be unsentimental with its cemeteries. So there have been plenty of exhumations, as land has been taken back for the living. But if burial is your only option, don't expect any traditional grave digging. Instead, you'll find yourself under one of these concrete slabs. It's all very Singaporean, designed for maximum efficiency. Since 2007, all new burials go into these concrete boxes. Obviously, they're the same size as older graves. People aren't getting any smaller. But they are much closer together, just 15 centimeters apart. It's all about saving space and saving time getting the bodies in and out. But what happens after your 15 years are up? What happens then to your earthly remains? Well, if you're Christian or Buddhist, you're consigned to cremation. If you're a practicing Jew or Muslim, it's different. These religions prohibit cremation, so you will be reburied. But it's going to be multiple occupancy, I'm afraid. You'll be in a group of 8 or 16 in one of these. So if you think you're too close to your neighbors now, wait till you reach the afterlife.